Viewers, welcome back to the channel. It's Faro Check-in. Guys, today I want to share with you how I started driving manual. I literally started driving manual with a 5-speed transmission, and by extension that's where I built up my confidence to start driving a 10-speed, 8-speed, 13-speed, 18-speed. But it all started from here with this car, and I bought this car for the purpose of just learning how to drive a manual. I bought this car without even knowing how to shift. So I'm gonna share with you how you can go about learning manual with a 5-speed transmission, and you can just apply the concept of double clutching at your own convenience in your own car. You don't have to invest all your money in school when you can just simply learn some of the concept at your own time, at your own convenience, and saving yourself some money. So if you have a 5-speed transmission, a 6-speed transmission car, just practice that concept of double clutching and downshifting in your car prior to going into the school, because that can do a lot for your confidence. So I'm gonna share with you how I go about doing that. Now, this was how I started. You already know that the clutch is on my left foot. This is the clutch, middle is the brake, and all the way on the right to the right is the gas. So the clutch, push the clutch all the way down, put it in gear, and slow let up of the clutch. You feel the vehicle start to roll. So about right here, that's where the clutch start to engage. So I can just take my foot off the clutch, the car won't stall. No gas, car just rolling. You get me? So here I'm just gonna start giving it some gas. I'm in first gear. This is a 5-speed. I'm in first gear. Bring it up to 2000 RPM and then shift to second. But we already know, I'm assuming that you already know how to drive a car. The single clutching and whatnot, you already know to do that. But this is how you can apply the concept of double clutching in your own car and get it. Just train that left foot how to do that double clutch. Bam, bam. Clutch it out, clutch it in. So let's do that. I'm starting from first. Give it some gas. 2000 RPM. 1, 2. 2000 RPM. Quick. Clutch it out of gear, then clutch it into the other gear. Ease up off the gas, and once you completed it, reapply the gas once you completed it. So I'm in third gear right now. I'm gonna go to fourth. I'm gonna double clutch because I'm pretending I'm driving a truck. 1, 2. So train that left foot how to double clutch. So I'm gonna downshift, clutch it out, rev it up in neutral, clutch it in. So this concept can train you how to double clutch. You get me? So double clutch. Quick, clutch it out of gear and then clutch it into gear. Coming to a stop, put the clutch in, then restart from my starting gear, which is second. Give it some gas, feather the gas pedal while I'm letting up off the clutch. Double clutch. 1, 2, third. 1, 2, fourth. I'm gonna go to fifth now. 1, 2, fifth. And each time once the car is rolling, I don't push the clutch all the way to the floor. I just push it like half an inch down, and then move the shifter, you know, so that way it keeps my shifting smooth. The car is not like, you know, giving me a whiplash each time I shift. It's coming to a stop. Restart from my starting gear. Feather the gas pedal while I'm letting up off the clutch. Let go of the clutch, give it gas. Go up to third. 1, 2. 2 pumps with my left foot. I'm just practicing the double clutching. So I'm gonna downshift. Brake to 1000 RPM. You know, rev it up in neutral, then clutch it in. So I'm gonna go from third to second. You know, so this same concept of double clutching up and double clutching when you're downshifting, you can apply it to in your own car. If you have a manual, you can apply it in your car, and you know, by extension, just practice it, and that will build up your confidence to do it in the truck. You know, this was how I taught myself how to do it. You know, and then with floating gears now, I just practice that in the truck because I can't float gears in my car. But in the truck, it's easy to float gears. So I'm gonna double clutch again. Go up to third. 1, 2. Back onto the gas. Once I complete the shift, I go back onto the gas. 1, 2. Back onto the gas. So I'm gonna pop it out of gear and then into the other gear. 1, 2. And that's the concept of double clutch. So I'm gonna do some downshift now. Because upshifting is easy. Is the double coming down. That's where some people get it wrong. So 1, 2, I'm going up right now. Clutch it out of gear, clutch it into gear. Clutch it out, clutch it in. This is a 5-speed, like I said before. So I'm gonna downshift and go to fourth. Clutch it out of gear, rev it up in neutral, clutch it into gear. So I'm in fourth, I'm gonna go to third. Clutch it out, rev it up, clutch it in. So this you can practice this in your own car, you know, build your confidence up, go to the school, and then you will feel a lot better, you know, because you train your left foot and your right foot how to do it. You know, you're just gonna apply it to the respective transmission. So if it's a 10-speed, or you're learning on an 8 8-speed or a 6-speed, you just know where the gears are at, and you just apply what you already know. You know, just remember the gears for the respective vehicle, and then just apply it. You already train your foot how to double clutch, going up and coming back down. Rev it up, clutch all the way down when I'm coming to a stop, restart from my starting gear. So I'm gonna go up, 1, 2. 1, 2. 2 pops. They're fast. 1, 2. I'm just going around my neighborhood. Alright, so 1, 2. When you're coming down a gear, when you're downshifting now, you brake, clutch it out, rev it in neutral, and then clutch it into the lower gear. Because when you don't have to think too much about over revving it in neutral, because if you touch on the gas in neutral, the vehicle not going to go anywhere. It's just going to rev. So you just rev it up and then drop it into the lower gear. when you're taking your CDL road test, you got to know how to double clutch. And I learned how to double clutch in this car prior to going into the school. You know, prior to starting, prior to even paying for the CDL school, I learned how to double clutch. I just literally just go there to learn how to park, how to do the skill test and the pre-check. So I gave myself an edge before I started the school. You know, because I'm not going to just give these people my money and let them tell me that I don't know how to drive. You get what I'm saying? So build your confidence up before you go in. You gotta be strategic about how you do it. Alright, so I'm gonna double clutch up. 1, 2. I'm in third. 1, 2. So I pop it, clutch it out, and then clutch it in. So I'm gonna downshift, brake, clutch it out, rev, clutch it in. And I'm going the descending order now. So I'm gonna go from third to second. Brake, clutch it out, clutch it in. I'm gonna go to first gear now. Brake, clutch it out, rev, clutch it in. Some people coast in neutral. I don't like to do that. You know, to each his own. But I'm not a big fan of coasting. I like to be in gear at all times. I like to be in gears, in a gear at all times. So if I'm coming to a stop, I like to stop in gear and then restart. I don't like to coast in neutral and come to a complete stop. So like I'm coming to a complete stop, I just put the clutch down in second gear and then just restart. There's no need to coast in neutral. So I'm gonna go up to third. I'm gonna do the double clutching. 1, 2. Go to fifth. 1, 2. I'm gonna downshift now. Rev, brake, rev. See that? Go through the gears quickly so I can come down. Alright, so I'm gonna come down now. I'm in the highest gear, which is fifth. I literally just go through all of them. So I'm gonna come down to cover the downshifting. Brake, take it out, rev it up in neutral, clutch it in. Brake, clutch it out, rev it up in neutral, clutch it in. Brake, clutch it out, rev it up in neutral, clutch it in. Brake, clutch it out, rev it up in neutral, clutch it in. So I went from 5 to first.